Hey guys, this is Fan Confessions, the channel about two friends, two fans, and the K-Wave. I'm Stephanie.
And I'm Lisa.
Welcome to the place where we share our love of all things K-pop and our personal experiences as fans.
Okay, everyone. So today is a very special day because our theme today is all about L.O.V.E. Love. All you need is love. And the reason why we decided to go with that kind of theme today, and the reason why we've been gone for a little bit is because our Stephanie got married. Wow. So
as you
can imagine, she needed a little time to focus on other things.
Getting married in a pandemic.
Yeah, that it requires some concentration.
Just a tiny bit, a lot of planning.
Definitely a lot of planning.
Yeah, so we're super excited today to kind of just, enjoy the overall theme of love and talk about our favorite songs about the different stages of love. So, when you have that like crush kind of feeling to somebody, even like about breakups and falling in love at the end of it all.
Exactly. It's all about those stages of, like Steph said, like the warm, fuzzy first feelings and not every relationship lasts. And that point where you're like, screw you, I love myself.
Yes, that one too. I forgot.
Yeah. And then that forever love, the real thing.
The thing that gives you all the butterflies.
The butterflies and the warm, fuzzy, safe feelings.
And I don't know, I think K-pop's a great example of this because I feel like there's so many love songs out there. I don't know about you, but when I was trying to pick, it was kind of hard because I was really trying to get like what I thought really captured it well.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of breakup songs. I felt like that was a lot easier to fill.
Yeah, that was overwhelming options for the breakup songs.
Unfortunately. And then the ultimate love, like it was either breakup or the true ending part of love was to fill as well. But yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Let's start at stage 1, crush and infatuation. Which song did you pick, Steph?
Oh goodness. So this one kind of came to me almost immediately when we were talking about this, because I can't get the video out of my head. So 17, very nice. Not very like out there and like digging in the deeps of like giving you guys something that's kind of indie and off beat here, but obviously if you haven't heard 17, I don't know, I feel like you might live under a rock in the K-pop world.
Exactly.
Pretty out there and popular. I love them. If you haven't listened to them, please, they're geniuses. Listen to them.
Yeah, and if you haven't heard Very Nice, you probably haven't heard 17, because it's
I feel like the epitome of if I was gonna sum them up, that was actually a pretty good song.
Yeah.
If I think about it, and video, because it's got almost that musical theater aspect, which I feel like they're so good at.
Yeah, the style that they're known for, right?
Yes, and their synchronization in their dancing, which is perfect. But yeah, if you haven't heard Very Nice, it's kind of got this whole story of all the boys. You see them talking to a girl. I can't remember if it's the same girl. I feel like that happens in all these music videos. Why can they not hire more female
actresses? Although there's a lot of members to 17. There's a lot of members to 17.
Like, come on, people. I know, but it's like still the fact that they have to share the same woman
all the time.
Yeah, it's a little distressing, I will admit. But so yeah, and it's them kind of going through these phases of having a crush, and then it's like a moment happens, and in the music video their chest explodes and all this confetti comes out and they like fall over almost like they fainted. And I love that example.
That visual representation is very cute. And plus, like the song itself, like the hook on that song, "As You Nice," it's like the best thing ever.
Yeah, it's, I don't know, it just really represents that whole like happy, excited, like you're like a little anxious when you meet somebody. I thought the boys acted really well in the music video too. It's like very charming and cute, and yeah, I just yeah, that one sums it all up for me perfectly.
Yeah, definitely. It's a good one.
How about you, Lisa? What did you end up picking?
Well, I had some hard times picking because like there are so many good ones out there, but I picked some like newer ones. I did two because I couldn't decide.
Of course.
My first one is PH1 and his song 3657 featuring Jamie. And it's like, it's so chill and it's just all about like, I can't stop thinking about you, 365, like all year long, 7 days a week. So it's got this great like kind of rhythm and like earworm quality to it. And it just like, it's just cute. I just love it.
Well, and then you have like Jamie in it as well, who is like so awesome, and then them together, and it's like almost like this little conversation, and then how they act with each other in the music video. It's like I don't know if I necessarily see romantic vibes, but I love how they like kind of like, I don't know, poke at each other and like tease each other a little bit.
Yeah, it's cute.
It's very cute. And well, you know I love everything PH1 too. I can't. He's so great. Any track he's on, I'm like, I know I'm gonna love it.
And it's so funny because he came out with this song which is very like sweet and nice, but he could do some pretty like nasty ass stuff too. So he's got range. Our boy's got range.
I love that like duality part and that he can be soft too. And I like that side of him too, if I'm honest. And I really enjoy his whole, I don't know, just his whole riff of how he says it over and over again in the song. I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna keep listening to this over and over again.
Yeah. So number 2 follow-up is a song featured by Eric Nam, Sarah Barrios, Have We Met Before? And oh my God. So this song, the first time I heard this song, I immediately fell in love. Like the whole, like the story of the lyrics and everything like that just like got me right away. And it's just like, I can't stop singing it when I'm wandering around my house by myself. And it's just like, I want to sit at a coffee shop and have somebody sit there and just like think that they were like my meant to be soulmate. That's what I want to.
Right?
Let's do that.
Dream. That's a dream goal in terms of romance, I think. Something happening like that. That's almost like out of a Hallmark movie.
Yeah, if like one day when the pandemic is over and I can actually sit in a coffee shop, that is going to happen.
I feel like a lot of people are going to be doing things like that again. Like we took for granted what we had available to us before pandemic, right? And it's like, I don't know, just being out and being present with people and not having to talk to them at a distance instead, right?
Oh yeah, being able to see somebody's face, full face, and not be paranoid that you're going to catch some terrible disease. I miss that.
Yeah, and that song, I appreciated you reminding me of it because I remembered it and I was like, oh yeah, I'm like, I need to listen to this song more. The only thing that I feel like I missed out on, I liked how they did the video in her perspective in the beginning, like where she's walking with the coffee, and then I was like waiting for it to change to Eric Nam somewhere. Or
I know.
Like, I wanted to see it enacted. So bad.
I know, but they did do a live performance version where it was the two of them in the studio together, and that gave you the right feel.
Okay, I'm gonna have to look at that one because I was just like, God, if he was in it, it would just make it perfect. It kind of reminded me of the same vibes as that New York Bull for.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Before and what was, I can't remember the.
Is it L.O.V.E? Oh my God.
Yeah.
I will credit it in the description. Great song. If you like the vibe of the song Lisa mentioned, it's also like that conversation, but then it's about two people being apart and missing each other and loving each other, like one in Korea and one in New York. And it's quite a sweet song too. And that one, I was like, I liked it because it was the whole videos of them being in the different places and then them like eventually coming together. Yeah, exactly. So it was like, I thought it was going to be that. So it was like waiting. And I was like, oh no.
That would have been perfect if they had like just, because it's so funny, because like if anybody who's like an Eric Nam fan knows how much the man likes coffee.
Yeah, that's true.
And he's like a black coffee drinker. So I thought it was like the perfect lyric. What is going on? This is like perfect for him and them. And just like I had small moment of like, maybe they should date. And I was like, no, we're not going to be that fan. We're not going to be that fan. We're not a shipper.
But Eric Nam, you call us if you want us to help direct your next music video, because we got ideas apparently.
Yes, exactly.
That you missed out on that would just make it so much better.
Missed opportunity.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I get it though. We're in a pandemic. Probably was hard for them to figure out how they were gonna film this, but I don't know. I feel like there's ways, and they could have done something. I don't know. I just wanted them to sit at the end of the music video in the coffee shop and sit down together and be like, boom, end of music video.
Just be like, look over at each other. That would be perfect. Right? Oh, Steph, ideas.
Maybe I need to change my career again.
Music video producer.
Now we're on to the topic of breaking up. So your relationship, you had a crush. It was hot and heavy for a short period of time.
And it went poof.
Yeah, but you were so infatuated with them that this breakup came, and it's just devastating. Maybe I'm building up your song too much, Lisa. I don't know what type of breakup song it is off the top of my head, but maybe it's devastating. Maybe it's you're just mad. I don't know. But Lisa, tell me what your breakup song is.
So again, we did a twofer for Lisa because she couldn't decide. But actually, what you described, was very apt. So for the official breakup song, I had to pick Mamamoo's Aya. And like if you've heard their sort of interpretation of the song, and their explanation is very much of like that kind of breakup where you're just like you want to remove them from your life like you would a rotten tooth.
Yes, I remember watching this because I was like, I got to make sure I watch what Lisa submits. And then I remember those lyrics and then the spitting part. And I was like, why didn't I notice how like straightforward and like not so much vulgar? I don't know how to explain it, but the words are just a lot darker than I thought.
Yeah, they were like total like, you disgust me now. Get out of my life. The relief of feeling that tooth gone is perfect. And there are some relationships that are like toxic enough where like once you let go of them, it's just like a huge relief. Mm-hmm. So definitely had to be a breakup song for me. And number 2 would be, it's like a very different vein of breakup song. Okay. So this is a bit of a recent release that I just like happened upon, and I was like, oh my God, I have to mention this song. Ben&Ben Leaves featuring Young K from Day 6. So this is a very different vein from Aya in that it's like very much like a very healthy kind of breakup where it's just like, you know, it hurts right now, but it'll be all right in the end. And you're a good person and I'm a good person, but we just can't be together kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it's just like, just the voices and this Young K. Yeah. Young K's voice, so underappreciated. Like he is so swoon worthy.
Oh, 100%. The second he opens his mouth, I'm like, okay, I'm listening.
So it's just like it's so funny because they're so different, but it's like the possible relationship endings are just as various.
Yeah, so true. There's so many different ways. And yeah, I appreciated that one. So that was like one of the few songs on your list that I hadn't heard of that one before. And so that was a brand new listen for me. And holy cow, those twins are super identical.
No way.
Like, wow, their voices and everything. Like, you guys should just watch this video just to see that, like, the performance of them alone is, like, impressive. So I'm like, damn, those parents must be, like, so happy to, like, produce two perfect musical beings like that. Like, impressive.
Oh my God, yeah. And just, like, it just sort of, like, it just, like, soothes your soul.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So, it's, like, it feels like one of those repairing breakup songs. That's like you feel better after listening to it. Like you have your stages of going through it. That's like kind of
that's the acceptance stage of grief right there.
Exactly, grief. Yeah, breaking up does feel like grief sometimes. I'm sure, like depending on your type of relationship. So
yeah, exactly. So it's very, like I said, very healing. Mm-hmm. So your turn. What song do you have to suggest for this theme?
Okay, so mine is actually I had thought about it a couple of times because again it's one of the ones I really love and I've always listened to, and for some reason it hits me in the feels every time I hear it, and it just makes my heart go, oh. And it's like I know it had a different meaning than uh like I mean it can have different meanings. That's a good thing about songs. It can mean different things to different people. So it's very opposite from your Aya. So it's Spring Breeze by Wanna One. So that one probably made a lot of people cry just for a totally different reason because it was like their last song.
Well, yeah.
One.
Plus it was their first really kind of like soft, kind of ballad like song, eh?
Mm-hmm.
So.
And the music video is just absolutely beautiful and like has a lot of like the meaning like laced in it. And so I mean I think part of it is like a goodbye to the fans and thinking about that, but I mean they're not really gone though. Like that's the thing. I was like maybe it's not completely about that because they're all in different groups and doing different things, and I mean maybe it's about them talking about each other and that kind of thing. But I just really love the whole imagery and the thought of like the idea of the spring breeze coming by, and that when you think about it, you're going to think of the happy times or like the good memories and not always like this. And even though it's sad, that's okay. And like there's like a part in it that's like talking about the time you need to take before, but then eventually you'll get to that point when the breeze comes by. And I was just like, that is a really sweet and beautiful, heartwarming way to think about it, especially if it's like, I don't know. For me, I had a past relationship where I was with someone for a long period of time. And when you're with someone for a long period of time, even if it wasn't good for each other or whatever, it's a hard thing to do. And because you've invested so much time in that person, you still want to like be happy for them in the future. And you want to have those ill feelings and stuff. And so it's like, I don't know. It just reminded me of how it's like you want to exit something like that in that way and have like a positive note on it. But yeah, no, that song, it's always on repeat for me. Hits me in the heart every time. I've told Lisa, it's like as I get older, there's random songs that make me emotional. That song makes me emotional. And yeah, I don't know. Their voices are just beautiful in it. So.
I agree. I didn't really connect it to that when I first heard it, but like when I was like paying attention to the lyrics, I was just like, yeah, it's very like kind of like a bittersweet parting kind of thing, right?
Yeah. So, but again, like I said, other people could have totally just like listened to it and thought something different of it, but as I listened to it over and over again, and I was like watching, I'm like, yeah, I could totally see it in this context. So I love that about music, how it can appeal to you in totally different ways sometimes.
Yeah, completely different interpretations.
Okay, I can't forget, sorry, I also had two this time because I had to bring up this song because it's one of my favorites as well. I don't know, I say every song is my favorite. No, boundless list of favorites.
I know, it's endless.
Yeah. So this is an oldie but goodie, but Toy by Block B, which I think is also a good, it's kind of a jaded little breakup song because it's like about a girl, feeling like the guy feels like he's been taken advantage after, that I'm just your toy and that kind of thing. The song is arranged so well. It's got like kind of this little musical box sound to it. And I feel like it's like one of Block B's at their best. Like Block B can be super hard and they can do, that rock kind of vibe, the dark, twisted stuff. And then they came out with this and I just thought it was like this musical masterpiece. I just absolutely loved it.
Yeah, it's a very interesting song because it's very much like I feel like I've been played with and like you don't really love me, just want to use me kind of thing. And it just, yeah, it's the harder, more bitter side of like a breakup versus something where it's like of acceptance. We're definitely in the hard stage of letting go with this song.
Definitely. And I just thought their vocals were give off so much emotion in it that it always reels me back in too. And yeah, one of my favorite songs. And I think the music video too is just a lot of good imagery and stuff that plays into the theme, and it's very clever. And yeah, it's one of those songs I think everyone should check out.
Yeah, it's like, buddy, who hurt you?
I know. Well, you do get to see her and you're like,
Damn
how
you.
could she?
Okay, so we've gone through the breakup, the pain, the sorrow, the heartache, and now we're learning to love ourselves again. So Steph, what song did you pick to represent this?
Okay, this one was super easy for me to pick because it's like I feel like it's a song when I want to feel myself. I put this song on, and it's Jay Park's "Sexy Forever."
Oh yeah.
Because like how could you not? He's like not me, bitch. I'm sexy forever. Like yes.
Even when I'm 100, I'm gonna be the sexiest 100-year-old in the planet.
Exactly. I don't know. Jay Park is the epitome of sexy anyway, but I love that he like did this whole spin, and the music video is really beautiful too. It like has
Oh my
all different kinds of
God.
people in it, and people just like talking and feeling themselves. I adored it, and it's definitely my like go-to when I want to feel good.
Yeah, it's an inspirational one there. If you're like feeling a little down on yourself, you just need some Sexy Forever, and then you're just like feeling all good again. Definitely.
For sure. That's yeah, it's definitely up there, and everyone should feel as good as he feels, or everyone in that video feels. I felt that was like a beautiful moment, so I want to spread more of that around the world.
Right there. Definitely with you.
How about you, Lisa? What did you pick?
Well, I went sort of a similar hip hop kind of feel because there's something about very like swag and self assurance, the confidence of hip hop. So I did Jessi's Nunu Nana because she is a queen and she's all about like, screw you, I'm gonna do me.
Yep. I feel like that's her whole MO. It's like Jessi to a T.
Yeah, exactly. Because like she's had a fairly long career and she's had a little rough time trying to get recognition in the industry for a long time. And I think with that song especially, she kind of like she had a new agency. She just like they released a song and it just like blew up everywhere.
Yeah, it got really popular.
Yeah, and she's just like such a strong and like honest. Like there's no fake with her. Yeah. She's just like all truth, unvarnished, unlike filtered truth. And I love this song because it's just about like I'm just the greatest ever and don't mess with me.
Yeah.
We all need a little bit of that sometimes.
Oh, 100%. You need a little bit of that. It's like the extra sass thrown in there just adds an extra little level of spice that's good. I don't know. I enjoy watching her talk. So I had recently saw an interview with her, and she's very charming. Well, to listen to. If you ever get the opportunity to just get to know her a little bit more, I think it makes you appreciate her music a little bit extra.
So. Yeah, because she may come off as very like but she is like the sweetest, cutest person too. So many different sides. She is very human.
Yeah, actually, I have to. So thinking back to what we were talking about recently, when I was looking up these, I saw there's a video with her and Eric in it that I haven't watched, like them together. I guess they're friends or something. So I have to go back and tune into that. But I'm sure that's a really cool interview to watch. So we've broken up. We've started to feel ourselves a little more, and you're out in the world. And then what happens? Bam! Meet the person you want to be with.
And least expected.
You sat in that coffee shop, you met the person that you want to be with, and you start to fall in love. So Lisa, what's your song about falling in love?
Well, I had to go with, this is like one of my all-time favorites because it just hit me in the right spot when I first listened to it. And when you listen to the lyrics, it's just beautiful. So the song I'm going with is Maktub, Maktub, Ode to the Stars. So this is actually a duet with Lee Raon, and like the song itself, their voices together is just beautiful, and the lyrics are just, it's all about like, you told me my song touched your heart and you touched mine, and like you are poetry in motion, and I love you forever, and I never want to lose this feeling or never want to like lose that that poem in my life. And it's just like, damn.
Yeah, it's like Lynn and I don't know. When you brought this up, I was like, oh, because we had experienced this song for the first time during our Chingu project, where we were like rating new songs, and we always discovered new artists this way. And that's where I think, I don't know, Lisa, if you had ever heard Maktub before that point, but that was my first experience with him too, was this song.
Yeah.
And oh man, it just hits the right note. It is so beautiful. Their vocals together too, like I feel like they should just be a duo. Like I don't know, I mean, I'm sure they're good separately, but
yeah,
voices together are just so perfect.
I know the harmony,
right? The harmonies are unreal. And with the title "Ode to the Stars," how could it be anything but romantic?
I know.
Like, it's like just, I don't know. It's a very beautiful song. I could definitely hear it in the back of my head if I was thinking of a romantic moment. It could fit in a drama.
Oh God,
I could really picture it.
It's just like any kind of romantic feeling or like situation, it's perfect for. It's just like, oh, it feels
totally.
And how about you? Which is your forever love song?
Okay, so I mean, I may have taken a curveball here because I feel like Lisa maybe have thought I would pick Euphoria.
Because I thought so too.
Right? So to give a bit of background as to why I would pick Euphoria. So my now husband loved this song when it came out and constantly sang it, and made a point to try and put it on during our proposal. And like he actually, I remember coming home and him being like, I really wanted Euphoria to play in the background, but he was fighting with Alexa on Google.
The timing just got messed up.
No, it didn't work. So so that song is like actually means a little something to us, but I wanted to pick something different. And I mean, and strangely too, that song didn't make it in our wedding day. We actually used an instrumental of Spring Day, which I'm sorry, like it was absolutely beautiful. So I was really excited to use it, and it worked out really well. So Kpop made it into our wedding day.
And the fact that your husband suggested that,
he found it.
Like he found it.
He did, and we were both, you know, we went through so many songs, and it was just like the best fitting, because I mean it was about Spring Day, and we got married on a spring day, so it had the right tone and sound to it that it was just perfect. But that's not the song I picked either. So the song I picked is kind of an indie song. So it's called "Love Like This" by LambC. So he's a solo artist. A lot of people might not have heard of him. So he's been around since 2015. He's a songwriter, producer, all that kind of thing. So he does like very soft indie music. And so this song has a lot of nice like piano in it, very chill vocals, but it's kind of like that very cute idea about talking about what do you want a love to be like, and all the different things that this person could have in that, like in their life. And it's just very romantic and adorable, and it's kind of all about the little small things that just make you smile and make you happy. Yeah. The things you fall in love with someone for, right? Like it's
exactly. I was reading the lyrics after you said like this is my song, and I'm just like, this is the word that came to my head is homey.
Yeah,
like that warm comfortable feeling that you have with somebody that you really care about. Yes. And that you want around in your life for like the long term.
Yeah, it's like it's the comfort, like, cozy stage of love that you want. That you like you found,
which people don't appreciate. People don't appreciate that little stage of love enough. I think they just like think it should all be butterflies and nervousness, but no, it should be. You should feel happy and content with the person you're with for the rest
all
of your
the little
life.
Stuff like the mundane things, the cute things they do, things that kind of annoy you sometimes. Like the fact that you just love all that stuff. Like that's the part I really appreciate about like love, and like even my own relationship. That's the part that gets me and gives me the fuzzies and whatever. It gives me butterflies too, because it's like everyone wants to have that with somebody. So if you're lucky enough to have it, it's
Yeah.
like, it's exciting. So yeah, it's a great song,
exactly.
great artist. So
yes, definitely recommended. I actually started the first time I listened to the song ahead of time before we recorded this, and LambC is not an artist that I really like knew about before Steph suggested the song. But like I started listening, like, oh, so I started listening to a few more of it, and like it's good. I think he's somebody that you guys should look out for. Yeah, definitely.
Thank you for going through the stages of falling in love with us today. Hopefully you fell in love with us in the process too. We'll see about that. I don't know. Maybe we're at the stage you're still not sure yet, but we're doing our best to try and make you love us. And in the process of doing so, Lisa and I are definitely putting a lot of hard work into looking at our channel and trying to come up with some new creative ideas for content, so we give you guys a good breadth of stuff to experience and watch.
Exactly. And we'll introduce some new segments and some new types of episodes and maybe a few new friends.
Yeah, some new faces on here.
Yeah. Yeah, we're lovely and everything, but I'm sure so a few extra newbies would be nice. So on that note, on the end of our day of love, we'd like to thank you all for tuning in today and for joining us. We'd love you to like and subscribe and comment, and really does some great things for the channel and builds us a little bit more, builds our family and the feeling of love. So we just want to wish you all a great day and stay safe, and we'll see you soon. Bye. Bye.
Oh, that's a terrible heart.
Heart.
We can't do it properly. There we go. Bye.